Hello, everybody. Welcome to Please Don't Call Me, the podcast where this probably should have been a phone call, right, Dad?
That's right. Anti-phone calls. I saw you a
So,
great meme this week that said, the best time to call me is a text. That's a
um,
great, that should go on a t-shirt and be given to
amen.
me.
I'll save that for your birthday. Oh, your birthday's.
Yeah,
I don't have time to have that t-shirt made because your birthday is in
very
like
close.
3 days.
Yep. At
Oh,
the
my
time this
word.
is posted, everybody will have like 12 hours to get me something. And I do expect
Yes.
something from everyone. That's just part of being part of the podcast nation, is that you
Mhm.
send the host a birthday present. It's my whole birthday month. No, I don't. We don't. We never lived that. So us as a family, our little part of the family
Mhm.
does live birthdays to the fullest, 100%. Like it's definitely a week and it could be a month. Your
Mhm.
mom loves birthdays and she goes all out.
She
When
does.
I was growing up, birthdays, you were lucky if it was the whole day. It was usually the evening. You got a cake after you did chores or after you had a game or after you had practice. This was usually musical time of the year for me,
Mm.
at least the rehearsals. So you get home late from musical rehearsal. So my birthdays, they just weren't a lot of things. One historical fact about my birthday is that we'd always get a spring snowstorm on or near my birthday. I had multiple, and when I mean party, I mean maybe Kent and Todd and a couple of friends might get to come over.
Mhm.
We would do something, but I can't tell you how, or have a sleepover. If my birthday landed on a Friday night,
Mhm.
we maybe have a sleepover. Can't tell you how many of them were canceled because either school was canceled or it was a Saturday and we just got hammered with a spring snowstorm. And spring snowstorms in Illinois are usually the wet, heavy snow, nobody's going anywhere type. Could have been rain, but no, it chose to be snow instead type of
Yeah.
snowstorm. So I have always lowered my expectations for my birthday just to protect myself, to protect so I don't get hurt. It's so I don't get hurt. So yeah, but it's my birthday coming up. Pretty excited.
That is exciting. How old are you going to be?
Well, I liked 55 because that was easy to remember. How old are you? 55. It's two fives right in a row. Now
Mhm.
it's 56. I'm going to struggle with that. Here's why I struggle. I know what year I was born, 1969, but that
Mhm.
makes the math difficult
Yeah, it's not an
because there's
easy
a nine
one.
in it. If I was born in 70, that'd be easy, but
Mhm.
69, and then you got to go start all over like 2000. That adds a whole nother layer of math because you went past zero. So it is a
Yeah.
very difficult thing for me to know my age, but 5'6", 56.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's no big deal. See, there I go, lowering my expectations. Yep.
No. So what are you up to today?
Alex, I hear you're struggling with the allergies. Are the
I
allergies
I am.
attacking Athens, Georgia? Uh-oh.
They are. It's happening. I can feel it. It's actually hitting me right now. I don't know why it's hitting me in this moment because I've been okay most of the day.
You know what
But
I like to
yeah,
do? Stuff tissue right up your nose.
yeah, I'm gonna be
Jam it
close
right
to
up
that
there.
point.
That's a way to save money. You don't use as many tissues.
Yeah, that's true. I've fallen asleep like that many times. But I drove by some trees yesterday that had these like beautiful white or pink blossoms on them. And I was like, oh, spring is here. And then I was like, oh, wait, the pollen is here. And as beautiful as the trees look, and I'm so excited for that, I know it's just going to be a rough couple weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, I never had allergies, really.
No.
I was like allergic to cats, but that was it as a kid. And then I moved to Georgia and it all
Dogwoods?
just
That's the
fell
only thing I
apart.
can think of. They have dogwood trees. Is that it?
I'm allergic to everything in Georgia. I went to an allergist last year, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and you know how they do like the test, they stick the little needles in your back and see if you have a reaction.
Yep, that will never happen. I would rather die of allergies than have somebody stab
It wasn't
needles in
as
my back.
bad as I thought. I was nervous about it, but it wasn't. It's really like a poke. Like it's not like
No.
they're sticking a needle in you. It's like they kind of just like run it across your back.
No.
And there'll be like 6 needles on like one little thing. It kind of looks like a stamp, like a wooden stamp, and they just like do it across your back. And I think they
200
tested
years ago, that was a form of torture, and now we're
yeah.
using it to figure something out. Come on.
I was tested for 60 things and I reacted to 57 out of the 60. So it was basically like I had 60 mosquito bites
You've
on my
always been an
back
overachiever, Alex. Way to
all at
go.
once. Oh, they asked to take pictures. They asked if they could bring other nurses in because they'd never seen anything like
Oh,
it. They felt
I'm
so
so
bad.
proud of you.
They gave me a back scratcher because that's how bad. Like I was checking out and I was pretty miserable because 60 mosquito bites on your back that you can't really itch. And I was checking out at the office and the lady just slid a back scratcher across the counter to me and said, "I hope you feel better." I'm like, "Thanks, y'all did this to me." But I just said the doctor said, he said, "Georgia's rejecting you." So
yeah,
it's rough here for me, but
sorry.
it's okay. At least it's spring earlier than it
Yeah,
is.
it's pretty up there.
So yeah.
I
Yes.
should mention, by the way, talk about my fit. I'm going to turn my hat crooked. Look at that. I look like a
Oh wow.
gangster. If you're
It's like a
watching,
90s rapper.
I just side cranked. I look like a 56-year-old Eminem. Not a literal Eminem, the rapper Eminem. This podcast is unofficially sponsored by Little Wolf Automotive, Central Wisconsin's go-to for all of your automotive
needs.
All of your automotive needs. Central Wisconsin. It's a conglomerate now. Used to just be in like Wapaka.
Yeah,
and then
the
it was
one little spot. And now
that one little spot, the one in Wapaka I didn't paint, but the one in right along the Little Wolf River. Rats, what town was that in? Doesn't matter. I painted that one. I helped them get, really, I should get a cut of everything that happens because I was part of their blossoming in Central Wisconsin. Anyway, Little Wolf Automotive, they do everything. They got it all. Scott Bickley is the proprietor, and he gave me this hat. So he's the unofficial sponsor today.
I like it. That's awesome.
I like it. It's a little, see how it's off to the side?
It's cool.
So gangster.
It caught my attention. I was right away. I was like,
this is like Central Wisconsin gangster right here. So
yeah.
Pretty cool. Well, I have been thinking about my birthday, really about the gifts, because that's important, that I get new stuff. This is my one chance. I don't buy anything for me myself. So I'm really relying on people to come through for me. And I think one way that you all could do a good job of sending me gifts, and I don't care if they're late, because it's not fair to people to know in advance my birthday. But now that they do know, there is some sort of responsibility upon them. I think if you get me anything with the word tactical in it, I think I would like that. Just anything tactical. So, Mom, Natalie, went to Costco and was perusing the middle where they got all the clothes. And they had some Eddie Bauer tactical pants. They have a little zipper, a little lower on the thigh. Sounds dangerous. Down there. Got Velcro on the rear end. The pockets on the rear end are Velcro, I assume. So if you're like hanging upside down in a very treacherous position, your contents won't fall out, like your receipt from Walmart. Okay. If you need to take something back, or Costco or Home Depot. But if you're caught in a precarious upside down position, nothing will fall out of your pockets. Here's the only bad thing: they're supposed to be tactical pants, but they're made of that fabric that if you walk, they swoosh a little bit. So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to use them in stealth mode, but anyway, tactical. So if you're thinking of getting me, I misspoke. Excuse me. When you get me a birthday present and send it to me here in South Florida, anything with tactical on it. And let's be honest, anyone, when they see tactical, they are absolutely interested immediately. Just for example, flashlight, 2 a.m, can't sleep, watching TV, and all of a sudden a tactical flashlight advertisement pops up. The average guy, sold. That's it. I am not going back to sleep until I know where I can get this. It's 8,000 times brighter. It will burn the retinas of your enemy if you show your tactical flashlight into the person's eyes. Tactical flashlight. You could go get a normal flashlight for like $8, a tactical flashlight, $88.58. They add 58 to make it sound more tactical. So you could get tactical, what else, Alex? A keychain, tactical keychain. You never know when you're going to need to pull out a keychain that can, bust through a door, cut someone out of their car, like the jaws of life. What else could it?
Yeah, break a car window. I got one of those things for Christmas that can like just shatter a car window. I bet it's
called tactical. It's tactical. That's what makes it awesome. Tactical toothbrush. Sure, you can brush your teeth with. No, don't make that face, Alex. This is a real thing. Tactical toothbrush. You can brush your teeth. You can also use it as a weapon in a time of need, or maybe you could save a puppy with it in some way. But it's tactical. It's a tactical toothbrush.
It is a cool word.
It is.
I don't know if it means what everybody thinks.
I think
it means,
it's there to help someone. Okay, and then here's where things really explode. If you go tactical and put it in camouflage, my word, that is it. A tactical camo air freshener for your car. Oh my word. See, you're immune to it, but your enemy would come into the car and immediately become unconscious because it's a tactical camo. And they wouldn't even see the air freshener. They wouldn't even know that they should be careful around it. So anyway, I want things that are tactical. Okay, so if we can do that, what's the weirdest? What's the weirdest possible tactical thing that you could possibly think of?
Tactical underwear. I guarantee it exists, to say it. But it's that's like real. I guarantee it exists, but it's like in what situation? Okay, because tactical has to do with the military, correct?
Yeah, well, that's a very small, because I'm not in the military, Alex, so people might know.
Because I Googled.
Google isn't always right.
I Googled it, and it says it means relating to military or naval tactics. Like even when you go back to the old Greek, that's what it has to, it comes from the Greek word tactikos.
Yeah, but we've expanded that to mean any type of mission. Like, I'm going to go walk the baby. I need a tactical stroller. That's a mission to keep the baby safe.
Oh, it's like the tactical. Have you seen the tactical like baby carriers where it literally looks like a bulletproof
There you go.
vest?
Tactical. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't even have a baby, but carrier. I would stuff a dog in it and go walking around.
Throw
tactical baby carrier, tactical stroller.
Or I've seen tactical diaper bags. They like call them tactical. They're really just a diaper bag that a dad won't be embarrassed
to carry. But I bet you
can
put your piece in there. Ooh, I just said piece. I got term. I bet you could put your piece in there and some extra mags for your tactical situation.
Just hopefully when you need a diaper, you don't accidentally grab it.
When we went to the RV show, first of all, we were fact checked on the RV show. I said there was a company named Tiffany. They make lamps. It was Tiffin.
And jewelry.
Yeah, and jewelry.
Well, Tiffany's more known for jewelry. That's why I was like, is this related?
It's
to,
called
Tiffany
Tiffin. So I got fact checked on that. Again,
Tiffin.
We do not do this podcast for actual real content. This is just made up.
Yeah. Purely entertainment.
Purely do not sue us, Tiffany or Tiffin, for whatever I just said. So yeah, the tactical stuff, even at the RV show, they're building RVs to practically, you can Google it, practically look like assault vehicles. They have the big, thick, knobby tires, really thick, like a ladder going up the back, thick ladder in the back, and they'll have a grill along the front. It looks like a tactical assault vehicle. So even in the RV world, tactical is a thing. So, I mean, if I was starting a company, just put tactical on it. We're going to sell tumblers.
I was going to say, what could we just slap the word tactical on and sell
a tactical cup
and just make extra money because we have the word tactical.
I could say you could mark it up like 300%. just because it says tactical on it. That's absolutely what you could do. So anyway, tactical is what I want for my birthday. People get on it. Time's a
Okay.
wasting. You can direct ship right to our house. DM me. Is that what you say, Alex? DM me.
For the
DM
Addy.
me for
Yeah.
the Addy.
DM me for the
Nice.
Addy.
All right.
Yep. What we had a chapel speaker yesterday, and she got all the kids like a gift, like a t-shirt and stuff, and it was really sweet. But she called it a prezi. She's like, I have a prezi for you guys, and she never said present, so all they heard was prezi.
How old was she?
She's cool.
But I'll decide it. How old is she?
I'm scared to say because
I'm sure she's listening.
I know her personally. I taught her daughter.
Well, give me a decade.
I think she's in her 40s.
Ugh. Prezi in your 40s?
Yeah, she has to be because she has like a high school.
Prezi in your 40s.
But she's a radio DJ. She's living our dream, Dad.
True.
Like she's a legitimate.
Why have you not
cool
scheduled
person,
her
she called it
as a podcast guest yet?
She actually would be a lot of fun. We
could mock her about her use of Prezi.
Yeah, but she said Prezi, and we get back to the classroom, and I had one kid that was like, "What's a Prezi?" I'm like, "A present, present," and they're like, "Oh," and then another kid was like, "I was wondering why she kept saying Prezi." I'm like, "Oh boy, okay. Probably would have worked with the upper school crowd, but not my." So
just to tease a future podcast, we're going to do a March Madness podcast with hip slang talk, so modern talk.
Yes.
And we're going to, what it like the best current. We're going to be very current. So you're going to get to hear this soon to be 56-year-old say all the cool hip.
We're going to have a guest with the inside scoop on these
very
things.
cool.
So I'm looking.
We'll do a March Madness style. That'll be fun. So, all right, tactical.
We're going to have a lot of basketball talk in the next.
Just get ready for it.
In the next month. Welcome to March.
Tactical. And let's I think that needs to be a running thing, Alex. Let's come up with some cool, because we do need to supplement the podcast because nobody is signed a multi-year contract to, what do you call that? To sponsor us. So we got to come up with our own side.
We're just gonna have to start
thinking tactical. All right.
We can turn this into a tactical podcast.
Flower pots, whatever. Oh yeah, tactical podcast.
Yeah.
Please don't call me your tactical. So, all right, Alex, I've been interested in your stepping away. You're not canceling it forever. You're pausing. Pausing of social media. So I think we should talk about the positives of doing that. And actually, we're being serious for a few minutes. The positive, we'll get silly right after that, though, so stay tuned. But the positives of stepping away from your podcast, from social media, the negatives, and I think there are some legitimate negatives of stepping away from social media, and then how it's going for you.
Yeah. So overall, I'm glad I've done it. I was just talking to Mom about it today. And
which ones?
I'm not
Give me which ones.
Sure.
What have we stepped away from?
I deleted Facebook and Instagram, which were the main ones I used. I deleted Snapchat, which I only really snapped my siblings on there. JT and I had I don't know if you know a lot about Snapchat, but you can have like a streak.
It's awesome. Okay, it's there and then it isn't, and you snap and you chat.
Yeah, so JT and I had a 1,000 something. It started when he moved down to Florida and I still lived in Illinois. That's when we started our streak. And so we had 1,000 plus something day streak. And so I knew my time to delete everything was coming up, and I was getting nervous, and then we lost our streak. And so then I felt okay deleting Snapchat because I didn't have to keep the streak up. So I got rid of that. The only thing I kept was Messenger, because you can still have Facebook Messenger, because I was worried if people messaged me, I wouldn't, because I have a couple people that communicate with me through Messenger. And so I kept that. So I can still see messages, but yeah, nothing where I can scroll. So, and it's been good. I'm glad I've done it. I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. it's hard because, we beat Florida
Hmm.
last week,
You wanted to mug.
and
You
that
wanted
was
to. You
crazy.
wanted to
I
go
wanted to
tactical.
go
You wanted
blast
to go
that
tactical on
everywhere.
everybody. So you sent us a million texts. The storming of the
I did
court, which was awesome. The kids were so good. They had to wait 90 seconds.
a minute and
Yeah.
30
And then
seconds,
they could
yeah.
go.
And then they got to
Yeah.
storm the
So you
court.
showed so they wouldn't get fined. What a joke. But that's another podcast.
Yes.
So
I think they handled
it
it
was very
so
cool.
well.
The
It
AD was
it
down
was a fun
there like
experience.
celebrating with them.
He was
Like,
like
yeah,
counting down with
he
them.
made
Yeah.
it less a rule and more, hey, we get to do this. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. So anyways, I wanted to like post that. I was like, do I get it back just to have this so it pops up as a memory and, future years? But I
That's
didn't.
one of the negatives.
And,
That's one of the
yeah,
negatives. You're losing out
everything that's
on
happened.
memories. Okay.
Yeah, everything, which this time of year, I'm not doing a lot of stuff. So they're like, honestly, I haven't taken that. That was the first time I'd taken a picture. I'm taking a lot less pictures, which is a downside. Because like truly in the last how long have I been doing this? 2 full months now. I probably have like 20 pictures where normally I would have a lot more in that time period. Cause you take pictures to share things, but it's like, I don't really need to share anything right now. So that's weird. I'm taking less pictures. I am not going to have these memories pop up. Not that I have a ton of memories that I've made that need to pop up. The Florida game would have been a big one. But I wonder, it's the end of basketball season. I'm like, am I going to get it back just to post something to like commemorate the end of this so I can look back on it? So I'll probably do something like that. Like I'm not being so strict that I can't even like pop in and post something and then, dip right back out. But that's all more for me. I don't really care about other people seeing it. I want those memories and I want that to be like marked in time. But that's been interesting. Negatives are I miss big announcements or things that are going on that everybody else knows about
and
that I
don't
don't know
get a call
about
anymore because or a text because everybody assumes you'll just see it online.
Yeah. So I've told, my mom and Addison to text me if someone announces they're pregnant or someone got married or engaged, things like that. Just because I don't know those things, and especially if it's someone close to, I just like knowing those things and being excited.
Like if somebody
for people,
sent me something really cool with tactical in it, you want to know about that? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I would want to know about that. But yeah, so that's been the downside is I feel like I've missed out on things, or like things will even happen with my coworkers and or even at school they'll like announce that this team won state or something and I have no clue because I can't see it. So I just miss out on things like that. So that's been a little weird. Positives have been spending a lot less time on my phone, which I did download Candy Crush, so that kind of
my favorite little game.
It's kind of filling the gap a little bit. But yeah, it's been good. Other positives, I'm not worrying about other people. I'm just kind of living my life, and because even though I want to see that this person got married or that this good thing happened to this person, I want to see those things, but I also don't have to do. There's so much. That's like 5% of Facebook and Instagram. The rest of it is people trying to sell stuff, bad news, just a lot of things and stuff that I don't need to put in my brain.
So less worry, less unnecessary stress, probably.
Yeah, I haven't been as stressed because I'm not worrying about things that have nothing to do with me. Like someone might share that, I don't know, so something terrible happens somewhere in Nevada.
Our brains,
and it's like that does not affect
that's right. We are not gods. Our brains were not made. I've heard this argument before. I'm not making it for the first time. Our brains were not made to know everything that's going on. We used to live in tiny communities that were stagecoach away from the next one. Like you worried about your little town, even beyond, even when we had cars, you worried about your area and your area alone. You didn't take in the stress that's happening, not literally in your state in your country, but around the world. I mean, we know everything that's going on. We know when somebody's stranded in outer space. We just didn't have to worry about that stuff before.
Yeah, yeah. And like it's that was part of it. It was like I am just so overwhelmed by everything going on, and I felt like I just couldn't handle it. And I feel like I've been better able to enjoy my community, and I've been more intentional in connecting with family because I'm not seeing, my cousins post about their kids every day. And so, when I think about, oh, I wonder how they're doing, I can text them instead of, just looking at their Instagram. And that's always like more
two-way. It's more communication.
Intentional. Yeah. Yeah. Cause really looking at their Instagram, they don't really know I've seen it other than I like it. Or, it's just, it's been good. I don't know how much longer I want to do it for or how strict I want to be, or if I want to do that thing where I just pop in when I have something I really want to share and then, pop back out and just not scroll.
So do you think you could come back in at an appropriate level, and how long would you be able to maintain where it doesn't become just muscle memory of just flicking that thumb,
Yeah, I don't know yet. That's kind of what scares me is if I don't think I trust myself yet to go back and truly feel like, oh, I don't need this. I feel like I'll just start scrolling again like I used to. If I go back, I definitely if I go back to Instagram, I'd unfollow a lot of people, not people I personally know, but just all those extra
groups,
accounts you end up following. I gotta narrow it down so I can truly just enjoy what I enjoy about social media, which is connecting with friends and family and seeing what's going on in their lives. So yeah, we'll see what happens. For now, I'm happy. I did download I downloaded it today really quick because I realized someone I knew, like for real, but don't see in person, was supposed to have a baby soon. And I was like, oh, did they ever have their baby? And so I downloaded it to see their baby and know it was here so I could reach out, and it's just because nowadays you don't text people and say, oh,
well,
our baby arrived. You post it on
that's a
social media and
positive,
assume everybody saw it.
Very, very close family or friends. It's such a blessing to take a picture or do, not a picture, whatever, but post that Billy was born and Billy's okay, and everybody knows,
and everybody
you don't have to
knows.
worry about it.
Yeah, you're not texting, oh, we forgot to tell this person and
but
worrying about that. So
but that creates a new stress. Okay, who needs the private message, the text? Who needs the call? Which level of engagement do I have to use for this person, this person, and then the masses? Oh my word. You can't just release information anymore or hope it gets out on its own because people will be offended. I didn't get a call. I didn't get a text. I only saw this because of Instagram. Oh my word.
When Addison got engaged, we had that. It's like, okay, who's on the level that gets like a FaceTime call with the ring?
That's right. FaceTime is higher than phone call, right?
Right. So you would, like, who gets the FaceTime? You would do
FaceTime first, then phone call, then text.
Yeah, who do you just text a picture to and say, we're engaged? And then you're kind of trying to hit all the people that would be offended if they found out on social media. Word. And that's just, it's like, that's another downside of social media is there's this whole way you got to think through things of like, okay, is this family member going to be offended if they find out through social media? It's like, have we shared our news with everybody we need to share it with? Yeah, you
need an insane flow chart just to make sure you get all the bases covered.
Seriously.
It's crazy.
Seriously.
So I literally could drop off. I could literally drop off the internet today, and I know I'm using the internet in the wrong way. What's that called? Social media. I could drop off social media today, and no one would notice. I could ghost you, Alex. Right? Is that the right use of the word ghost? Yep. I could ghost you, Alex, and you would have no idea. In fact, I'm gonna bare my soul. I've ghosted people thinking like, haha, I ghosted them, and I bet you they would have, if you were to call them now, they would be like, he did? I had no,
What do you mean by
like,
ghosted?
not like
You
any more of their
just didn't
posts,
respond
block
to.
them. Yeah, don't respond to them.
Oh,
Maybe even go so
okay.
far as to block them or unfollow them. And you would, yeah, and
Oh,
here's the
wow.
power of social media. You would dwell on that. You'd be like, I totally ghosted that person. Oh, I hope they don't get mad at me. I hope they don't notice, but I really just had to get away from them because of their negativity. And if you went and asked them, they would have no idea.
They'd go,
Yeah,
who?
Trent, who? Trout, 1-4. What?
That is so true. We worry about those things. Like, oh, are they going to notice that I unfriended them or unfollowed them? Or, and then I'll go back and see, like, I'll look at like a really old post of mine and everyone who
Mm-hmm.
liked it. And you see a bunch of like add friend, all these people that were your friend and now aren't. And you're just like,
Didn't
oh,
know we weren't friends.
oh, like, and you get sad because you're like, why did you unfriend me? It's like, well, we haven't seen each other since
Right.
high school and we've never spoken to each other since. Like, it makes sense, but it's still like,
Yeah.
oh,
I could disappear and no one would be any worse for the, let's see. It would be great. I would
yeah,
love to know. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. What was my last? I'm more of an Instagram person. Facebook's too
yeah.
slow for me because I'm so hip.
Facebook's a rough
But let me
place.
see. What is my last post? Well, I posted for Natalie's birthday January 7th. But the
Okay.
picture was from a summer ago. And
Oh,
I think that's Disney, right? Where you get the beignets. Is that
yeah.
what they're called? The beignet?
Beignets.
Bendays? The bidet?
Beignets.
That's where you go to get a bidet at Disney World.
The
No,
beignet.
those beignet things at what is that? Orleans place. Um, and then prior to that, I did post in February, February 26th of 2024. And that is a post of when we were farming 13 years
Oh, that's
ago.
a really
So that's a
old.
JT
Yeah,
post
JT's like
where
a teenager.
he's out scratching the cows, helping me with the cows. We're having a moment. Probably the 1 minute out of the day where we slowed down long enough to do something.
To enjoy the
Yep,
animal.
the ones that cause us all the work. And then February 5th of 20. So it's been a year. Other than Mom's birthday, it's been a year since I posted.
So, what do you think your next post will be like? What's the next
Oh
event in your
boy,
life that
unknown, Alex,
warrants?
unknown. I just
Because,
can't even think.
because my
Well,
birthday's
yeah,
coming
birthday.
up.
I'm not good. So I
Yeah,
feel the pressure. If I post for one in a calendar year, that means I got to do the other
and you
three.
have to
And what
do
if I
all of
forget?
them. Yeah,
So I'm careful with that.
yeah.
You guys are at such a high level that I talk to you. I don't need. That's what I say to Mom, Natalie too. I
Hmm.
don't need.
I don't
I'm
need a
with you.
post.
I'm spending the whole. I'm turning it into a birthday month. Why do I have to post about it? But I do. I do
Yeah,
understand the warm feels that it gives. So
the pressure to post on people's birthdays
yeah.
is a lot, actually. Not, I'm not talking about like writing on their Facebook wall, "Happy birthday,
Well,
have a great
Facebook
day."
makes that easy, but how cheesy is that? I don't even look at those anymore.
Yeah, I know, and
You
they're
have
all people I don't really
147
know.
birthday
The people that
wishes.
do it are so
Yes.
nice, but none of them are like my
Right.
actual friends.
My old high school, like I will look for
Yeah,
some old players or old coaches of mine who do it. I'm like, wow, they did think of me today. That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
But really, it doesn't matter as much as getting a tactical gift. That's really what I'm
yeah.
after.
That's what you
Tactical
really
pen.
want.
I'm coming up with lots of ideas right now. Tactical headphones that I would wear.
Okay,
I'd wear
yeah.
those on the podcast.
You could have a tactical
Ooh,
hat
yeah,
that
give me
like
a
has
sweet.
all these
Well, you can get
compartments.
those hats now. They're on my, probably because I've said the word tactical a lot. And I'm sure my phone's listening. You
I
can
know. I'm
get
like, oh great, I'm gonna
literal
be getting
tactical
ads.
hats that guys are wearing on special ops, and you can put lamps on them, which I could use because I go up in the attic and I can't see, and my
Yeah,
eyesight's bad, so I need like headlamp. You can get tactical helmets where you can put different gear, cameras on them for missions and stuff, tactical cameras,
yeah.
or you can get tactical lights on them. I bet you could get um, tactical earmuffs that help with the sound. So anyway, I'm just trying to
Mm.
help people out. I don't want to pressure people. Well, I know I do want to pressure you, but I don't want you to feel you have to put forth a lot of effort to get me something. Just get me something cool.
Yeah.
Just type tactical into Amazon, send it my way. So, all right.
Awesome.
Well, Alex, we do miss you on the social media because you are a good poster, but I'm glad it's good for your
Thank
brain that
you.
you're taking a break from it. And
Yes, I'm sure I'll be back by the time we
you know,
start traveling again, because that's really what I love
one
to
negative
share.
is you aren't able to post and repost a lot of our podcast material.
Oh, the
Yeah.
podcast.
So
Yep. That was a tricky
yeah,
decision for me because I was like, oh man, we just started this and I want to share it. Addison's been
she
great.
helping.
I send her, she posts on our Please Don't Call Me Instagram, which if you
Yeah,
don't
follow
follow
it.
and you're hearing this, you should follow. But
In fact,
she posts on
if
there
your
for
gift's
me.
going to be late to me, why don't you screenshot what you got me and post it to the Please Don't Call Me Instagram so I can see it and expect it.
Yeah.
That would
Tag
help.
us. Yeah.
That'll keep my spirits up on my birthday in case gifts are late. Tactical sunglasses. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of a lot of things right now. Tactical
I know.
swimsuit. I don't know. I
Oh
don't know
boy.
what that would involve,
It might weigh you
but a
down a little
tactical
bit, but
swimsuit would be awesome. So
oh,
anyway, your boundaries are endless as long as it has tactical in it. That's what I'm looking for.
good
Well,
question.
glad you're doing well. Other than the allergies, just take a nap and stuff
Yes.
some paper towel up your nose. No, not paper towel.
Mhm.
Tissue. Stuff some
Tissues.
tissue up your nose.
A little softer
And
on the
go
nostrils.
Georgia. We need to win at Texas tonight. Everybody will know the result by the time we see this. But
And yep, and by the time this comes out, then we
yeah,
need to
then
beat
it's
South
going to be
Carolina.
South Carolina.
So
Got to win one of the two. Probably need two, but definitely
yes.
need one of the two. But one game at a time.
Yes,
Starts
we'll
tonight.
take both.
Need Texas
We'll take
tonight.
both.
So it was good seeing you.
Yes.
Good talking with you, Alex. And those of you who are generous and kind enough to listen, we're thankful that you watch /and/or listen. Don't forget, when you're in Central Wisconsin, Little Wolf Automotive, Central Wisconsin's automotive service station with a variety of locations near you. Appleton, Wapaka, I think Wausau now. Guy's a little
He's a literal
mogul,
birth.
Scott Bickley. So
I know.
and we need to make
so
sure we
impressed.
clip this and send it to him so he doesn't forget to write us a check.
And they have a good social media
They do a very good job.
I've always respected their social media. That's one thing I miss.
Yeah,
That's one of the
Little Wolf.
the
That's
downsides.
probably his wife. There's no way Scott can produce such good content. In fact, I know 100% that does not happen. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Bye, Alex.